Hello friends, I am Agri student from Kilikulam campus. Today let us discuss somewhat information about Dal Industries, Dal milling and processing. Dal or pulses are defined as dried edible seeds of cultivated legumes. Pulses occupy important place in human diet. As we consume more amount of cereals, pulses are also our important diet. They serve as major source of dietary protein and energy. Pulses are consumed in its dehusked and split form. This processed form of pulses is termed as dal. Pulses are generally consumed in the form of dal. Pulse milling is accomplished in three major steps, namely loosening of husk, dehusking, and splitting of pulses. Traditional methods for processing of pulses were resource intensive. Modern technologies for pulse processing have replaced old methods. Various methods are all employed for pulse or dal milling. Two broad classifications are wet and dry milling methods. Let us discuss later. Global pulse market size was 115.3 million tons in 2019, expected to grow at CAGR of 4.5% from 2020 to 2025. It's projected to reach 143.7 million tons by 2025. Indian pulse market size was 24.7 million tons in 2018. The reasons for that this much amount of increase of pulse consumption is increase in demand of high protein foods, increasing population, increasing pulse production. At PGNB, there are more pulse example red gram, black gram, green gram example. But now let us discuss about PGNB as a milling process. The PGNP or Kajanas Kajan, also known as PGNP red gram dur. It is a perennial legume from the family Fabaceae or Leguminaceae. Its seeds have become a common food in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. It is consumed on large scale in South Asia and is a major source of protein for the population of the Indian subcontinent. It is a primary accompaniment to rice or roti, flatbread, and has the status of staple food throughout the India. These are the varieties of red gram. That DD 401, that our average yield is 15 to 16. That each and every variety have special characters and more yield. Raw material accepts. Pigeon pea is a perennial scrub grown for its edible pods and seeds. The origin of pigeon pea is either northeastern Africa or India. The fruit of pigeon pea is a flat, straight, pubescent pod, 5 to 9 centimeter long into 13 to 12 to 13 millimeter wide. It contains 2 to 9 seeds that are brown, red, or black in color, small and sometimes hard coated. The source of pigeon pea is a kharif season crop. It is a second important pulse crop after the gram and a major kharif crop in the country. India ranks first in area and production in the world with 80% and 67% of the world's acreage and production respectively. During 2016 to 17, the country recorded highest production of tur to the tune of 45.99 lakh tons. More than 90% of the production contribution of tur is from 8 states, namely Maharashtra, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Jharkhand, Telangana, and Andhra Pradesh. And let us now discuss about the technologies of milling. Wet method, there is not two method, wet method and dry method. In that wet method, the wet method of pulse processing involves a cleaning to remove dust, dirt, chaff, stone pieces, immature grains, and other seeds. After that, the easy to dehusk pulses are soaked in water for 2 to 8 hours. Pulses that are difficult to dehusk, example PGNP, black gram, green gram are often handled with red earth. Following that, the pulses are dried before being dehusked or separated. Dry milling. In case of dry method of pulse milling, the pulses are after cleaning are fed into a roller dehusker where a scratch, dent and a crack is formed on the outer seed coat. Pitted pulses are then stored for 2 to 3 days after applying oil on the surface. Generally, 150 to 250 gram oil per 100 kilogram pulses is applied. The oil diffuses between husk and the cotyledon and thus facilitates the loosening of the husk. Water treatment helps in further loosening of the husk. Then the pulses are subjected to drying and cooling. Now the dried pulses are dehusked and splitted to obtain dal. Manufacturing processes. Pigeon pea crop is purchased from suppliers and unloaded in an unloading bin. It has a rod or pipe grid to prevent large stones from entering the pulse mill. Escalators carry the pigeon peas into a storage tank of milling plant. From here, the pigeon peas are fed to Cyclone Separator. It simply cleans these pigeon peas by removing dust. Pigeon peas are fed to destoner, while the dust is collected in a large dustbin collection. Destoner simply removes stones from pigeon peas. The stone fall on off in a separate tank while pigeon peas fall into a silo. From silo they are fed uniformly to various emery roll dehusker. They simply utilize their respective emery roller shaded to remove husk. Whole dal along with the removed husk is elevated to a higher level where it's fed to another silo which supplies it with a classifier separator. It simply removes any impurities like leaves, sand, other lighter grains. Thus, cleaned dal is obtained. Thus, whole dal is now fed to a lentil splitting machine. It simply splits the whole dal into two pieces. Two halves falls into a silo from where they are fed to pulse grader. It simply utilizes its vibration and grading trace to separate dal. Separating good dal from slightly broken and completely broken dal, all these stored components fall in separate silos, while dirt is collected in a separate bin, each silo having their own feeder arrangement. Feeder of these silos are opened after placing a sack in its open end, so as it to fill the sack with dal. These sacks are then stitched utilizing a sack stitching machine. They are weighted to verify weight content and are then sent for sale. Let us discuss the machines which are used for dehusking of pulses. First one, horizontal cyclone separator. It's used to separate particulate matter within an air suspension using their weight difference. Used in wide range of plants ranging from thermal power plant to food grain power processing plant. De-stoner. It's a machine designed to remove stones from the given product, which in its case are pulses, widely used in different food grain processing plants to remove stone-like impurities. Next, emery roller dehusker. It is a machine which applies emery rollers to remove outer skins of pulses. The pulsar grain is simply pressed in between emery rollers to break outer shell to liberate inner endosperm. Classifier separator. It's a machine which is used to separate whole dehusked pulse from husk. Aspirator type machines utilize compressed air for cleaning purpose. Next, lentil splitting machine. It's a machine designed to split the whole dehusked pulse into two halves, locally called as chucky. Different types of arrangements are available, but to achieve this splitting, pulse grader. It's a machine used to separate pulses into unbroken, partially broken, or broken dal. This machine has its own vibrator arrangement, which, along with approximate sieve or grader sheet, can be effectively used for grading. Filling and stitching machine. The automatic weighing and packing machine support the process of precise weighting and breaking of animal feed pellets. The machine weighs the product with accurate measures and fills these in candy bags. Other additional machines you could use today. Weighing balance used for weighing the raw material and other product. Material handling equipment. Material handling equipment is mechanical equipment used for the movement, storage, etc. works. Next, the general failure and remedies of the machines used in the milling of pulses. Ball bearing failure of various machines. Proper periodic lubrication of all bearings in various machines. Regular replacement of all bearing to prevent critical failures. Power drive overload. Ensure proper weighing and metering, especially in case of semi-automatic plant. Install warning sensor in a buffer region of loading capacity to ensure efficient operation. Mechanical key failure. Ensure that mechanical keys are replaced as per their predefined operational life. Prevent overloading. Loss of interface. This problem is dominant in newly established automatic plant. One must learn to maintain rules in plant and ensure no employee goes near transmission lines unless authorized. Provide proper physical shielding for the connections. And that major nutrients that are found in pigeon pea: protein 22.3%, fat 1.7%, mineral 3.5%, fiber 1.5%, carbohydrates 57.6%, calcium 73 mg per 100 gram, phosphorus 304 mg per 100 gram of seeds, iron 5.8 mg per 100 gram of pigeon pea, moisture 13.4%, calorific value is high 335 kcals from 100 gram of seed. and export potential and sales accept. Grown as food crop, pigeon pea is a tropical plant containing high nutritional value which makes them suitable for diet supplements, practically for protein deficient consumers. The persistent nature of the product to grow almost anywhere in the world allows the farmers to take multiple harvests. The pigeon pea market is expected to observe the highest growth owing to low price product demand coupled with high storage facility. India accounts for 33% of the world's area under pulses and 22% of production. Export potential and sales accept. Due to the mismatch between supply and demand for pulses, the price of pulse crops increased sharply over the years. As we see, recently the price of the pulses are increasing overloaded because the consumption rate is increased and the population is also increased. To meet growing demand, India has been importing pulses in large quantities in recent years. Long storages, advanced hybrid seed production technology, enhanced production capacity, and logistical infrastructure can fulfill the demand of pulses in India. To meet growing demand, India has been importing pulses in large quantities in recent years. At last, the scheme for the pulse production, support for capital investment for up graduation and formalization with the registration for GST, FSI, hygiene standards and Udok Aadhaar. Capacity building through skill training, imparting technical knowledge on food safety standards, hygiene and quality improvement. Hand-holding support for preparation of DBGR, availing bank loan and upgradation. Support to farmer producer organizations, self-help groups, producers cooperatives for capital investments, common infrastructure and support branding and marketing. Thank you.